Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Our first news is this. Newcastle sent Alexander Isak transfer message amid Liverpool interest. Let's be honest. Newcastle legend Chris Waddle believes that Alexander Isak would, of course, be interested in joining Liverpool if the opportunity to do so came knocking. It looks as though a move for Isac is not going to materialize this summer, with the Reds closing in on a deal to sign Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt for a fee that could rise to $106 million. Liverpool made its interest in Isac clear last week, but within days of that happening, it became apparent that Ekitike was likely to make the move to Anfield. Considering the Reds have already spent a huge amount of money on Jeremy Frimpong, Milos Kerkez and Florian Wirtz, and a new centre-back is also on the agenda, Liverpool is unlikely to have the financial might to also pull off a deal for Isac, who would undoubtedly cost a Premier League record fee. Addressing Isac's future at Newcastle when speaking to Flash Score, who offer a list of best betting sites, Waddle said, "Obviously players leave and they're moving forward, but to see Liverpool in for Alexander Isak is obviously very disappointing because we know that he's a top player. He's a very important player to the way Newcastle play, and if they're going to get success, they need him up front. Isac is very quiet, he never really comes out and does any interviews, never really talks about his life, his future. So for Newcastle, I'm sure the fans in particular would love him to come forward and answer a few questions. I'm sure Isac has got a lot of love for Newcastle United, but football is a short-term business. Opportunities don't come around like the offer he's got at the minute very often. So yes, I'm sure he's had his head turned slightly. He doesn't seem to do any interviews, and it would be nice just before the season starts to say, I'm staying at Newcastle and I'm just going to play out this season, enjoy it, and we'll see where it takes me from there. I think just a simple statement would then stop all the speculation about him. Will Alexander Isak be interested in Liverpool? Of course he will. He will be looking at his opportunity with Newcastle to win trophies. Yes, he won the League Cup last year, which was a great achievement, but for him, he's probably aiming at the Premier League and obviously the Champions League. He does get a lot of injuries, so that's another side to it. If you did get top money, you think how many games is he going to play? Maybe you can look at alternatives. He's on a brilliant contract at Newcastle United at the minute, but Liverpool, let's be honest, will probably offer a lot more than what Newcastle could probably pay him. That will obviously have an influence, but personally, I think I always wanted to go to clubs where they played my style of football and obviously where you have a chance of improving and winning trophies. Darwin Nunes emerges as Al Hilal's main priority this summer. Al Hilal are making Darwin Nunes their top priority as they continue to build a world-class squad ahead of the 2025-26 season. Following renewed interest this summer, the Saudi giants are ready to intensify talks for the Liverpool striker, whom they see as the ideal candidate to lead their attacking line. According to Caught Offside journalist Ikram Koner, Nunez is open to the move, despite previous indications that he preferred a switch to Spain or Italy. The Uruguayan forward has been on Al Hilal's radar since January, when initial contact was made. Back then, reports suggested the club had tabled a massive salary offer worth around £558,000 per week. With Al Hilal encountering difficulties securing other targets, they've now returned to Nunez and are reportedly willing to offer Liverpool a fee in the region of €100 million. Liverpool, while not actively pushing for a sale, may be open to negotiations if the offer matches their valuation. Nunez, who joined the Reds in 2022 from Benfica, scored 18 goals in all competitions last season. Al Hilal believe his pace, physicality, and finishing would make him a star in the Saudi Pro League, and are hopeful a deal can be concluded in the coming weeks. Liverpool mourns death of European Cup winner Joey Jones, aged 70. Liverpool, Wrexham, Chelsea and Huddersfield hero Joey Jones has died at the age of 70. Tributes have been paid to the Wales legend, who became synonymous with his iconic clenched fist salute and a famous banner showing how much he was adored by Liverpool fans. Fellow Reds legend John Aldridge tweeted on X this morning, More sad news, folks. Joey Jones passed away last night. What a lovely man and an inspirational fullback who gave his heart and soul in a red shirt and for all the clubs he played for. Our thoughts are with Joey's family. I'm a lucky man to have met him many times. YNWA RIP Topman. The combative left-back began his career at Wrexham, making his debut aged just 17, before joining his beloved Liverpool in 1975, with Anfield legend Bob Paisley splashing around £110,000 for his services. Jones became the first Welshman to claim a European Cup winners' medal when Liverpool lifted the trophy for the first time in 1977, beating Borussia Mönchengladbach 3-1, having eliminated Saint-Étienne in the quarter-finals and Zurich in the semi-finals. A banner was displayed by Reds supporters at the European Cup final in Rome, which read "Joey ate the frog's legs, made the Swiss roll, now he's Mönchengladbach." It's etched in Liverpool folklore, and is widely regarded as the finest banner in the Reds' history. The cult hero, who was serenaded by the Kop with the renowned "Oh Joey, Joey" chant, made exactly 100 appearances for the Merseyside Giants, during which he also clinched the First Division in UEFA Cup.in 1978. Jones returned to Wrexham in a club record £210,000 deal, a transaction that remained the Red Dragons' record signing until the Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney takeover led to the £300,000 acquisition of Ollie Palmer in January 2022. Jones transferred to Chelsea in 1982 and played a pivotal role in the squad that stormed to the second division title in 1983-84. He stayed in the top flight with the Blues before moving to Huddersfield Town in 1985, where he was crowned their Player of the Year in his debut season. Jones then made a third return to Wrexham, taking his total appearances for the club to 479 as he finally ended his remarkable playing career after the 1991-92 season. Jones, who earned 72 caps for Wales, later served as an under-18s and reserve team coach at Wrexham, even having a brief stint as caretaker manager between the departure of Brian Flynn and Dennis Smith in 2001. Dubbed as Wrexham's ultimate cult hero by the BBC, he reduced his duties at the club after undergoing heart surgery in 2002, but continued to nurture rising talents and returned to the Red Dragons as youth team ambassador in 2021. Liverpool now looking to get revenge on Real Madrid as £69 million move comes to light. Liverpool and Real Madrid have been in a back-and-forth battle for years now. The two clubs have often faced off with one another in the Champions League, with both fighting to be seen as the best team in the world. This summer, things have been no different, with Real Madrid prizing Trent Alexander-Arnold away on a free transfer upon the expiry of his contract at Anfield. And even though Xabi Alonso's men were forced into spending around £10 million to break Alexander-Arnold's contract early, it's still a fraction of what he would have cost if he had another 2 or 3 years on his contract. Now, however, it seems like it's Liverpool's turn to try and get one over their Champions League rivals. Liverpool want revenge on Real Madrid with the transfer of Rodrigo this summer. It's been clear since the 2024-25 season ended that Liverpool fans were in for a treat this summer. The Anfield outfit have already spent close to £200 million on improving their ranks, with the club showing no signs of slowing down either. And now, as per a report from Diario AS, Liverpool are now seeking revenge on Los Blancos as they look to sign Rodrigo for around £69 million. This comes after the Reds have lost all the duels with Madrid over the last few years. Slot is looking for attacking reinforcement this summer, and Diario AS believe that the Dutchman is looking to sign the Brazilian to be the star of his attack next term. Rodrigo should only be signed if Luis Diaz is sold by Liverpool. Much like Rodrigo, Luis Diaz's future has been brought into question on multiple occasions. The Colombia international has been the main target for both Barcelona and Bayern Munich this summer, with both teams having multiple offers rejected. And even though Liverpool are sticking with their not-for-sale stance, every player has a price, with a fee worth around £70 million mooted to be enough to bring the Reds to the negotiating table. With this in mind, Bayern could end up making an offer that's too good for the Reds to refuse, which would allow them to sink it all straight back into a bid for Rodrigo. The Madrid attacker can play anywhere across the front three, and since he's only 24 years old, there's still plenty of room for him to grow, whereas, in Diaz's case, seeing as though he's 28, he may have already reached the peak of his powers. Only time will tell what the future has in store, but for now, it's anyone's guess what Liverpool's starting 11 could look like. Thanks for watching. Like and comment. Subscribe.